Hi guys, Alex here, back with another video in the division. Today I'm taking a look at what the vendors have for sale. It's the 30th of April and the gear was refreshed last night about 1 AM here in the UK. So first, in the base of operations, we have the military MK46. This is a 204 gear score item, as are all the items I'm going to be focusing on. This comes in for 820 Phoenix credits. It's actually not a bad light machine gun. I'm not a light machine gun user myself, so I can't talk too much about this, but it has destructive, it has accurate, and it has prepared on it. Not a bad roll, not a bad gun actually. Something you might want to pick up if you're interested in light machine guns. Moving on to something that I definitely will be picking up. It's the PX4 Storm Type T. This is a pistol. The reason I'm going to be picking this up is simply because I do not have a 204 gear score pistol yet. And for me, Phoenix credits have kind of become a little bit pointless. I did buy the AUG last week, and that was quite good. This, I'll have it, it might be useful. It has expert on it, which is quite useful just to finish somebody off. And harmful, I always think that's quite a useful talent in the dark zone. If you can apply a bleed to somebody, it does stop them running away. So it's quite useful for a PvP gun. Primarily though, the reason I'm going to get this is just to round out my gear score. Moving on to something which I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up or not. There's a gunslinger vest. It has an armor score of 1408 and a firearm score of 619. Not a bad vest. My level 31 vest is actually slightly better than this, so I probably won't be grabbing this, but if you need a better vest than what you've currently got, this isn't bad. We are going to come on to some vest blueprints though in the dark zone, so you may want to weigh that up before spending all your money here. Next, there's some tactical pads, knee pads. These are 715 armor and cost 434 Phoenix credits. Again, worth picking up if they're better than what you've already got. I don't really know the point of Phoenix credits in the game at the minute. They only seem to be for buying this gear, so if you're approaching 1,000 Phoenix credits, it's definitely worth spending them on some of this gear beforehand. The rest of the stuff he's got for sale is basically the same as you'd expect. He's got a load of the 214 gear set items, and that's about it. So moving into the dark zone with the D03 Vendor, we have some armor pieces. The first ones is the stamina vest blueprint, followed by firearms holster blueprint, electronics vest blueprint, and firearms backpack blueprint. So depending if you're going for stamina, firearms, or electronics, there's a choice here for you. These are all level 32 items, again ranked at gear score 204, and they're going to give you a stat boost over your level 31 items. Your stats should roll between 526 and 645 on each of these items. Cost wise, they're not too badly priced, all under 200,000 dark zone funds, so relatively easy to pick up one or two of these within the week that they're available. I'm personally going to be picking up the stamina vest, as that's what I need at the minute on my character, so it's definitely worth checking out the dark zone stuff before buying from the base operations. Next we have the D03 or weapons vendor. This is a little bit disappointing this week. He's got a socre M1A at 182 gear score, so if you need that, it's not bad to pick that up. But what we mostly care about is the 204 blueprints again. He's got the Valkyria blueprint. I'm still not bothered about that. I may pick it up when I hit rank 90. He also has the technical ACR blueprint for just over 300,000 dark zone funds, and the black market M60 E6 blueprint, again, which is a light machine gun, and again worth picking up if you're into light machine guns. I found this a little bit disappointing this week, as last week he had the ACR, so it's repeated for 2 weeks in a row, which is a bit of a shame, as the week before he actually had the Vector, which is my weapon of choice, and I missed out on that blueprint because I was away working. So unfortunately I was hoping to maybe see an MP5 or something like that, but we can always hope for next week. So here we have the gear mod dark zone vendor. And as you can see here, they've got some normal stuff that's not really interesting. These things at the bottom are what we want to look at. These are power level 32. So you have the firearms gear mod blueprint and the electronics gear mod blueprint. Both of these are going to roll stats at 131 to 161. Definitely worth picking up if you've got the money, and definitely worth rolling to replace your older gear mod blueprints. And now we have the Dark Zone Weapon Mod vendor. Nothing too exciting here. They've got a small RDS scope blueprint and a hard stop OD green blueprint. These are basically level 32 again, so when you roll these are going to give you slightly higher stats than the level 30 or level 31 equivalent. Definitely worth picking them up. They're not very expensive, at about 160,000 Dark Zone funds. Definitely worth it, especially if you picked up a level 32 weapon. You can now round that out. I picked up the magazine that he had for sale last week, and it regularly rolls 105 magazine capacity. So it's definitely worth picking up some of these level 32 weapons mods. And finally, I did take a quick run up to the D06 Vendor to take a quick look at what they had. However, it's unchanged and is still primarily the path of the Nomad gear. Hopefully they'll add some more stuff up here in the future, but for now it's a little bit boring and not worth the trip. This used to be one of the better vendors, so it's actually a bit of a shame that it's come down to this. However, that's everything there is to look at and buy in the division this week. If you found this video helpful, please do subscribe. I produce one of these videos every week on a Saturday so that you can see what there is available, if it's worth buying or not, and how much money you need to save up. So this has been Alex with the Ladybug Gaming channel. Thank you for watching.